Good morning, everybody, and thank you for joining us this morning. Now, first of all, I wanted to share this message on Facebook, so if you look down, just press the share button. And number two, we have a great service on Sunday. It's actually a communion service, but it's only a drive-through service. So if you are there between the hours of 11 and 12 on our new grounds opposite Kira School, you will see us there. And we will provide you with communion, and we will pray with you, and then you can drive back to your house. It will also be a drop-off point for new food and things that you want to give for us as a church, so that we can give it out to families who need it most in this time. We actually also need a few things from you for this Sunday. So when you come for the communion between 11 and 12 for the drive-through, we also want you to bring the following things with you if you can. Now that would be a 10 kilogram mealie meal, 1 bag, 2.5 kilogram of sugar, 1 bag, 3 tins of bully beef or meatballs, 4 tins of tomato and onion mix, and 5 packets of macaroni or spaghetti. So we need those things, please. It's great for us to feed families in the church, especially in this time of need, and we need your input in that as well. So thank you that we can ask you. Now today it's my privilege to talk to you about another character in the Bible, and we're going to talk about Rebecca. Rebecca was the wife of Isaac, and this was actually the first love story as well in the Old Testament. I'm going to read you a verse out of Genesis, and that would be Genesis 24 verse 67. Isaac brought Rebecca into his mother's tent, and she became his wife. He loved her very much, and she was a special comfort to him after the death of his mother. Right, now let's stand still at that point for a moment. She was a special comfort to him. So that means she actually lived out the will of God in her life for her husband. She was his special comfort. She was the homemaker. She was his lover. She was his friend. And they fell in love, and they had a very happy marriage in the beginning. Then after a while, things turned a little bit sour. And those of you who don't know the story, you can also read that in Genesis 24 about how Rebecca actually cheated her eldest son out of his blessing, and how she cheated her husband so that he could give his blessing to her youngest son, who was her favorite. Now, obviously, that shows you that they didn't really have a good marriage by that time, and she was not a comforter for Isaac then, and he didn't comfort her as well. So I think what we should learn about this is, even though you can make your own plans, even though you are a doer and you're an initiative taker and you can do a lot of things, you also have to ask God firstly about all of those things. We don't need to do things just to get God's stamp of approval on the things that you've already decided to do. You've got to go to Him first, because He is your ultimate comforter. So, for us to be comforters to each other and to comfort each other, especially in this time, now that we need each other, even though we can't see each other a lot, we also need to go to God, because He is our greatest comforter. And that is through Him that we will get the knowledge and the wisdom on how to act and what to do, especially in this time when we are trying to make our own plans and come to our own decisions. So I'm going to leave you with this. Be a comfort to each other, as Rebecca was to her husband, but also go to God, because He's the one who comforts you, so that you can comfort each other in this time. Make your own plans, but please ask God for His guidance and His wisdom on it. Thank you. Have a good morning.